All right, so procrastination, huh? We all
Sure.
do it.
Oh, yeah.
But this book, Procrastination, Why You Do It, What to Do About It Now, by Jane Burka and Lenora Yuen, it feels like they're about to call us out by name.
Totally. And you know what's really funny?
What's that?
Burka and Yuen, they're recovering procrastinators themselves. Like, they even thank track changes in their acknowledgments.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually makes me feel a lot better. Right. It's not just me.
Yeah,
They get it, but they're also saying, hey, there's hope. You can break free.
exactly. And that's a big part of their message, actually. It's not about becoming this, like, perfect productivity machine who never procrastinates.
Oh, thank goodness,
Yeah.
because that's never going to happen.
It's more about understanding it, like really getting to know your procrastination so you can make, like, conscious choices about it.
I think we can all get behind that.
Right.
It's not about eliminating it entirely, but maybe, like, outsmarting it. So how do they say we do that?
Well, one of the first things they do is they challenge this whole procrastination equals laziness thing.
Oh, good. Because I'm definitely not lazy.
Right.
I'm just easily distracted.
They dig into all these emotional factors, even biological factors that are at play. It's about fear, it's about control, it's about our perception of time.
Okay, hold on. Our perception of time. Now that's interesting to me.
Right. It's actually a really key part of their whole theory. So they talk about this conflict between what they call subjective time and clock time.
Oh, okay.
So clock time, that's the objective one.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Exactly. Same for everyone.
Yeah.
Relentless.
Yeah.
But then there's subjective time, which is basically how we experience time passing. And that's different for all of us.
Oh, I can already see where this is going, especially when it comes to procrastination.
Exactly. Think about it this way.
Ah.
You know that feeling when you're like totally engrossed in something you love and time just flies by?
Oh, yeah.
That's subjective time taking over. But then on the flip side, when we have to do something we're dreading, every minute on the clock can feel like an eternity.
Oh, tell me about it. And that's where we get stuck, right?
That's right.
That disconnect between feeling like we have all the time in the world and the reality of, deadlines and responsibilities.
Totally. It's like our emotions hijack our sense of time, right?
Yeah, and then we're like, where'd the day go? But you know what? Burka and Yuen don't just stop there. They actually go deeper and explore all these different fears that can fuel procrastination.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like our to-do list is actually like a fear inventory in disguise.
Right. And some of them aren't the ones we'd think of right away. I mean, fear of failure, of course, that's a classic. But they also talk about the fear of success.
Okay, the fear of success. See, now that one always throws me for a loop. Who's afraid of succeeding?
Right. It sounds counterintuitive, but think about it this way. Success changes things.
Girl.
And change can be scary. What if it means more responsibility, more pressure, more people watching your every move? Or what if you start to worry about what this success will do to your relationships?
It's like, be careful what you wish for.
Exactly. Because you might get it, and then what?
Right, and sometimes we might not even realize these fears are there. They're just kind of working behind the scenes,
Totally. But Burka and Yuen, they shine a spotlight on them. And there's another fear they talk about that really hit home for me. The procrastinator in combat.
The procrastinator in combat. Okay, now I need a translation for that one. What exactly are we battling here?
Well, imagine this. The world feels chaotic, right?
Okay.
Like things are outside of our control. So procrastination, that becomes a way of taking back some of that control.
Even if it's in a kind of messed up way.
Exactly. It's like, you can't control me, I'm in charge of my own schedule.
Even if that schedule means doing everything last minute.
Precisely. And that rebellion, sometimes it feels kind of good.
Oh, I know that feeling. It's like, I'll show them who's boss by waiting till the 11th hour.
Exactly. And that's the procrastinator in combat, this inner battle for control in a world that doesn't always make sense.
It's like we're creating chaos to combat the chaos. Okay, wow. It's like they're peering into my soul here. But knowing why I procrastinate is one thing. How do I actually stop it?
Well, that's where the what to do about it now part comes in. And don't worry, it's not about beating yourself up or anything.
It's good, because I've tried that and it doesn't work.
Right. It's about practical stuff, things you can actually start using today.
Okay, because just do it clearly hasn't been working for me.
Exactly. They go way beyond that. One of the coolest things they talk about is setting behavioral goals. And that's different from like those vague wishes we have.
So instead of saying I'm going to write a novel, it's more like...
Yes. It's about taking that big scary goal and breaking it down into tiny doable steps. So not write a novel, but I'll spend 30 minutes brainstorming titles, or I'll research one new idea for my intro. See? Smaller, way less intimidating.
Oh, I get it. It's
Yeah.
like, don't try to eat the whole elephant in one bite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it plays into that subjective time thing we talked about. When the goal is small, it doesn't feel like you're giving up hours of your life.
Right. It feels doable. Speaking of time, they have this other idea called the unschedule. Have you heard of this?
Oh, it's brilliant. Instead of a to-do list, you actually schedule your existing commitments, like block out work, appointments, family time, even commuting. What's left? That's your actual free time.
Wow, I can see how that would be eye-opening. It's like suddenly you actually see where your time is going or not going.
Right. You get real with yourself. And it shows you those times when you say, I'll do it later, but later never comes.
Ugh, that's my life. I'll work out later. I'll call my mom later. It's a graveyard of good intentions.
And that's why they're big on actually scheduling those later things. Yeah. If exercise is important, put it on your calendar like a meeting. And don't be afraid to get support. Find a buddy, join a group, delegate if you can. You don't have to go it alone.
So true. Sometimes it's about working smarter, not harder. Plus, let's not forget celebrating those small wins, right? Like just checking something off that unschedule. It's got to feel good.
Totally. Positive reinforcement is huge. So, out of all this, what's sticking with you? What feels like your biggest takeaway?
It's that idea that procrastination might be a message, like it's telling me something deeper. I love that they have those journaling prompts because that self-reflection piece feels really key.
Absolutely. And remember, this is a journey, not a sprint. There's no quick fix for procrastination. It's about understanding yourself and finding what works for you. This deep dive, it's just the start.
Love that. So big thanks to Jane Burka and Lenora Yuen for this eye-opening deep dive into procrastination.
Yes, it's a fascinating topic.
And to you, dear listener, happy tackling those to-do lists, or maybe happy creating your own unschedule.
Until next time.